Namaste, namaste, and welcome to this short video practice. Today, I'm going to show you a few of the exercises we've been using in class to supplement our yoga practice. Yoga is great. It's a great all-round discipline for wellness and fitness, but sometimes we need a little bit of extra strength and stability work that helps us to maintain healthy and graceful bodies as we travel through life. So these are some of the exercises we've used this week. We're beginning to use in our practice this summer some handheld weights. These are really light weights. They're actually 1.5 kilos, but you could go lighter than this, half a kilo or 1 kilo. And I also have a resistance band, a stretchy band. Both of these pieces of equipment are very inexpensive. There is no substitute that I found for a stretchy band, so I'd advise investing in them. They come in different grades. Some are lighter, some are heavier. The heavier ones provide more resistance, and usually they come in packs of 4 different sizes. But with handheld weights, you don't need to invest. A couple of 500 milliliter bottles filled with water will provide you with half a kilo each, and that is sufficient for these exercises. Larger bottles or heavier things to hold in your hands for more effort to be made. So before we get started, I just want to warm through the body a little bit. So we're going to start with Kati Chakrasana, feet nice and wide, a little soft in the knees, and gently twisting from side to side, or twisting in both directions. We don't really sway here. We move around that central line that goes through the crown of the head and ends between the feet on the floor. The arms are nice and loose, relaxed in the shoulders, the fingers, the elbows, as we turn from side to side. You don't need to let your head follow your movement. If you find this makes you dizzy, just keep your eyes in one place. Try to use a little bit of lift through your belly muscles to provide that central stability and support. We're going to change this movement into something a little bit more vigorous, but we're going to keep the head and the hips still and just move the arms. So this way, we're using our abdominal muscles. You can feel them active in the low part of your body, really to resist the movement that the shoulders and rib cage are making rather. And we want to allow the arms to wrap around the body and the hands to tap wherever they fall. Just a little bit of stimulation here. It's a really nice practice for raising energy and getting you feeling vigorous. And then when you're ready, just let your movement release a little at a time until you're back to standing steady. Take the awareness into the shoulders and just give them a few shoulder rolls. It's a great practice to do at any time during the day to give your shoulders a little movement, particularly if you find yourself in habitual patterns of perhaps a little stoop. And then standing tall, we're going to lengthen through the back of the neck and gently take the right ear to the right shoulder and then the left ear to the left shoulder. As you go from side to side, we're not trying to get to any particular shape or place. We're just moving through where the body is comfortable going as we warm up these movements. When you're ready, you can come back to the center, and then we're going to draw the chin towards the chest. Again, not forcing, just wherever it naturally goes. And from here, we'll roll the right ear towards the right shoulder, a little quarter circle, and then roll back chin to chest, and then roll the left ear to the left shoulder. And as you go from side to side, you can explore the amount of movement your body's happy to make. Perhaps you'd like to make half circles or 3/4 circles. There's no need to take the head back behind the body. We're going to do one more to the left. And finish with the chin on the chest. Give yourself a soft smile and then raise the head upright. Let's just do a little bit more for the arms themselves. So we want to make nice big circles with the arms. If you find that your arm is a little bit too long for doing that, if it doesn't feel comfortable, you can start with the fingertips on the shoulders to make these circles. But if you're happy to go straight into it, you can. And we're trying to find our fuller range of movement so we can build up to something really expressive. The arms don't need to be straight. I'm alternating how they cross in front of the body. You can do that if you like to, but if it's too much coordination, that's okay too. And then as we come up this time, we're just going to reach the arms up, do a gentle sway from side to side. Just opening the sides of the body, nice and firm in the belly, a little soft across the knees. And if you'd like to, you can hold on to your left hand with your right hand and just do a slightly longer lean to the right. And then as you come up to center, swap sides and a slightly longer lean to the left. When you come to center, reach up, look up, and then allow the arms to float down to the side. Give yourself a little dancing shoulder, dancing hip, and we are ready for practice. So I want to show you the moves with this resistance band first. And so if you find it hard to hold things, or if you've got wrist issues, or it's quite interesting how load on a lever, as long as our arm, affects our joint. So if I add 1 kilo and I hold it at the end of my lever, I put around about 9 kilos of effort through that shoulder joint. So for some people, even just a 1 kilo or half a kilo weight is quite a lot of extra load for the shoulder. And so if weights aren't going to work for you, a resistance band is a very good thing to use as a substitute. We're going to start with something I call up and overs, but some people call them shoulder dislocates, which sounds very scary, and they're not at all. We're going to start with the band a little bit wider than our bodies and just bring it up to wherever your arms naturally come to before they meet resistance in the shoulders. We want to keep the tension on the band so the arms are active and then lower down. And we're just coming up and down a few times, finding how it feels in our bodies, keeping a little softness through the knees and a little active through the belly muscles. When you've been up and down a few times, you might feel that it just gets a little bit easier each time. You can go a little bit higher perhaps each time, and you can begin to pull the band a little bit more firmly apart to be able to make the room to go just that little bit further with your arms. So we are slowly exploring where we naturally get to. And if you find the resistance is too much, you just give yourself a bit more room on the band. And then as you come up, you've got a little bit more room to move into. And we want to eventually find this really smooth movement all the way up, over and down behind the body. And we're looking for something really smooth, both shoulders moving at the same time. We don't want to clunk one shoulder and then the other. That's not the way. And once we've done a few of these and it begins to feel nice and lubricated and open, you can perhaps explore bringing your hands a little closer together on the band to see if you can do it with a slightly narrower grip. And there's no prizes. So do what your body is comfortable doing in this moment. And we'll just finish at the end of this one here. Very good. And then just giving your shoulders a little bit of a roll. Hopefully it feels really nice in the shoulders, but if they feel fatigued, give them a rest before doing the next practice. So we are going to take this band and wrap it around the back of the body. And we want it to be around about the middle of the back. Don't worry if your band bunches itself up, it doesn't matter. But if you really want to do it with the band more flattened, then you can spend some time just getting it flattened against the body. We want to start with the elbows quite close to the sides of the body and the hands at about chest height. And we want to point the palms towards each other, so as if we're going to clap the hands here. And then from here, we're just lengthening one arm forward and back, and then the other forward and back. So as if you're punching something in front of you, or punching towards something in front of you. Punching's not very yogic, is it? But there we are. So demonstrating something in front of you, one side and then the other. And we're just using that band for a little bit of resistance. It makes our muscles work just that little bit harder. And we're going from one side to the other. We're going to aim for about 10 of these on each side. And that's very, very simple practice. If you feel any strain, you can give yourself a bit more room on the band. And you can really promote your core strength here by firming the belly muscles, trying to resist the twisting movement that our upper body wants to do. Let's do one more to each side. And then just relax for a moment, relaxing the hands, giving the wrists a little shake and just wiggling the fingers. Then we're going to come back to that same movement, but instead of just going forward here, as we reach forward, we're going to turn the palm to face downwards and then return to center. So palm faces downwards, return to center. And we've got that same resistance movement. We're really having to push against the band. And here we're just going to do 5 on each side, but you could do more if you wanted. To really strengthen a muscle, we need to work it to fatigue. And you can do that with lots of low weight repetitions or few large weight repetitions. Relax your hands. Smashing stuff. Okie dokie. So we're going to take our band now in front of the body, and we're going to hold it at about chest height in front of the body, and keeping the elbows nice and soft, just draw the band towards the body, widening the arms as much as possible, and then releasing forward. So we're drawing the elbows back to widen the arms and forward. And again, start with 5. Remember, you can give yourself a little less resistance if you want to by widening your grip on the band. And you can aim towards doing 10 of these. And of course, if you want to, you could do 3 sets of 10. That's a lot if you've got other things to do in your day, but you might enjoy it. Let's just do one more of these together. And then gently releasing the band down. Just wrapping it around your neck, giving your shoulders a little shrug, maybe just a little gentle wave of the arms. Now, the final exercise that I'm going to do with the band is to hold the hands over the head. And here, it doesn't matter if the hands are slightly in front of the head or directly over the head. A little softness in the knees. We're going to keep the right arm where it is and pull the left arm down to the side, and then back to the center. And then the other side. If you wish to, you can do just one side at a time, but I quite like this alternating experience. And we resist with one side as we move the other. So we've got isotonic and isometric, concentric and eccentric. I can't remember what the technical terms are, but I think it's isotonic and isometric contractions of the muscles, which is really nice. It's a great practice to be able to do that. And you can keep your elbows a little soft. The arms being locked straight is not helpful. We're going to do one more to each side. And just doing your best. When you've done that, relaxing the arms down, just giving the shoulders a little wriggle and a shrug. And I'm going to put my belt down to one side or band down to one side. Wrists a nice little roll, perhaps with extended fingers and with thumbs into the palms. And the gripping actually really helps as well. So it helps our grip, helps to maintain that, and we can swing our arms as well. So now we've done our band work, those who would like to can reach for the weights, and we will do some weights work as well. So here we're going to do a W curl. It's just how it sounds. So just with a little softness in the knees, we're bringing the elbows close into the body, but the hands are slightly in front of the body. So they are not at the sides, they're slightly in front. And so we look like a little W. And then here we're trying to keep that centered stability and that centered lift. And we're just extending the arms and bending the elbows. Just a really simple movement. We don't have to go all the way to rigidly straight. In fact, it's probably better just to keep the elbows a little bit soft at the extended part of the movement, but we're drawing the elbows into the body as we bend them back towards us. Lovely. And you will find they shortly feel quite fatigued, I guess, when you're not used to doing this kind of movement. So we're just going to do one more and then relax the arms down to the side. Give your shoulders a little roll. Holding onto your weights is fine, but if you want to release them, you can. And I also like to swing my arms a little bit backwards and forwards. With the weight, it provides just a touch of traction on the shoulder joint, which feels nice in my body. If you don't enjoy it, you don't have to do it. And then we're going to do something really for strengthening the upper back. I'm going to turn my back to you so that you can see properly. So we're going to start with the palms facing forwards, the way our chest is facing, arms out to the side, and then bending at the elbows. Bring the hands, the palms of the hands, towards the back of the head. We don't touch the back of the head, but just behind the back of the head. And then we're reaching out to that starting position. We're going to turn the palms to face behind us and then bring the backs of the hands towards the low back. Again, not touching, but behind the low back. So we reach out, rotate the arms, palms face towards the back of the head as we bend the elbows there. Reach out, palms rotate, backs of the hands to the low back. Reaching out, arms rotate, palms to the back of the head. Reaching out, arms rotate, backs of the hands to the low back. And we're just going to do a few more of these. They are a little bit more effort than they look. And often when I'm doing them, I don't feel it as much as when I release. But very good for strengthening the posterior chain, particularly in that space behind the shoulder blades that helps our posture to be nice and lifted naturally. Let's just do one more, coming down and then returning to the center, relaxing the arms down to the sides, just giving the shoulders a little bit of wiggle, the arms a little bit of a swing. And then our final practice with these weights is to reach them out in front of us and then draw the elbows back nice and wide. So we're reaching out to about chest height, slightly lower if you prefer, and then drawing the elbows back and wide. And again, we're just firming that space between the shoulder blades. We're keeping the belly muscles nice and active, the crown of the head nice and lifted, and just enjoying that process. Now, if you want to, you can turn the palms towards each other, so they face towards each other instead of facing down, and you get just a slightly different movement through the arms, slightly different muscle load. Let's do one more. And then relax the arms down, relax the weights to the floor, and do some lovely dancing shoulders, dancing hips. Shake out the arms. And you can do any stretches that you enjoy. I like to do Garudasana arms, so wrapping the left arm over the right arm, trying to hug as much as possible, so widening that space that we've just been working on. Taking a deep breath, and you can hold here, or you can bring the backs of the hands or the palms of the hands towards each other. You can do a gentle lift and lower, either with the hands on the shoulders or with the hands wrapped, arms wrapped. And again, on the other side, opening wide to begin with, and then doing the other side, holding onto the shoulders as much as possible, staying here, or bringing the backs of the hands or palms of the hands towards each other. Gentle lift and lower. It's really nice to lengthen the back of the neck to ease tension from across the shoulders as well. And then you can finish, if you'd like to, by taking the hands behind you, interlacing the fingers, rolling the shoulder blades and the elbows towards each other, bringing even the palms of the hands towards each other. Try to think about lengthening the arms a little bit. If you'd like to, you can lift them away from the body, or you can just keep them down. And when you're ready, gently releasing. I'm sure that you'll be guided by your body to whatever stretches feel best for you. Don't forget to stretch out your neck if you'd like to as well. I hope you've enjoyed this short practice, and I hope your arms feel good, and your shoulders and upper back and chest. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Namaste.